Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a motto, Tomlin and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to May 23rd. It is a Thursday. We're almost through. It looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. It's getting close to 60. It's going to get up into the 70s, 75-ish, but it looks like there could be a thunderstorm later in the day around 2 o'clock. But it's a spot shower, so we don't know if it's going to affect anything. A lot going on today. We definitely have the Veterans Forum is going to be hosted this morning. That means that the Library and Media Center will be closed today all day long. So if you had study hall in there or plans to show up in there, you're probably going to find somewhere else to be. That's the best I can do for you there. If you need a Chromebook loaner, you're going to find that in a different location. That's going to go to the just go into the media center quietly. Usually they have another room to go to, but they're going to go quietly. The Veterans Forum, like I said, will be this morning. So if you have tickets to that, make sure that you bring those with you so that they can verify your attendance. The Pom Pom Poll of the Week. Which would you choose? Hamburger or cheeseburger or hot dog? So hamburger cheeseburger is one selection, and the hot dog is the other. You don't get to pick hamburger or hot dog or hamburger cheeseburger. It's hamburger cheeseburger, hot dog. There's only two selections. It's like a yes no poll kind of thing. Woodland Summer Reading Google site has all the information you're going to need for this summer. There's a QR code that's up on the screen, so if you want to know what you're going to be reading for this summer, feel free to go take a look at that. There's also under your Schoology class group, if you're class of 2024, I guess you don't have to worry about it. But 25, 26, 27, if you go in your Schoology group, look under resources, and you'll see the link to that page. And the Book Talk sign up is open. The Book Talk sign up is open, and we'll have Ms. D. Alexander coming in to talk to us a little bit more about that. Also coming up is the Best Buddies Prom. That is May 31st in the cafeteria from 6 to 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale in the cafeteria. And luckily today we have some people to talk to us about the Best Buddies Prom and Best Buddies itself. So good morning.
Good
Melissa
morning.
Dean and Tiffany Vitone.
Yes. We do need to change that, though, because we got the Prospect Firehouse. So we're having it at the Prospect Firehouse, not the cafeteria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
We just... Yeah, Peyton Gary asked her father, and he said we could have it there. So that's where it's going to be.
Yeah. So Best Buddies, it's a club here at Woodland and really all over the world. Brings together students with and without disabilities, promotes lifelong friendships. And we meet twice a month, once after school here at Woodland, and then we do activities outside of school. So this year we've gone apple picking, we've gone bowling. We did a Friendsgiving at Pomperog. We hosted a holiday movie night here at Woodland with Pomperog and Wolcott or Oxford. I can't remember.
I think it was Oxford, and then a couple other kids came from different schools.
Yeah. So it's a really fun club, and Mrs. Dean will talk about the prom.
Yes. So the prom the tickets are on sale during lunch waves. They're $5 for the students that want to attend. Our students are free in the Best Buddies Club. And again, we're having it at the Prospect Firehouse. The theme is Hollywood. So if you want to dress up all fancy, you can. And then we're going to have some food and fun and dancing. And so far, we have a good number of kids going. A lot of adults are coming too. Tickets are on sale just till tomorrow so that we can we need a head count. So it'll be next Friday. And we're just very excited about it.
So do you need any help with getting that set up now that it's in a different place? Because getting set up here in the cafeteria is different. You're closer, but you're going to be moving down to the volunteer fire department. That's a big space.
It's not that big. I think we're happy we're having it there because it's a little more cozier.
Oh,
so it's not so open as the CAF is. And a lot of our board members are going to help us out with decorations and stuff. I'm sure we can get more people within the next week.
If anyone else wants to help, they could message Mrs. Dean, myself, or even Ava Muharram, or anyone on the board.
Well, so since that, who are some of the members of the Best Buddies? Do you have, like you said, a president? And do you have other board members?
Yeah, we have Ryan Iannone as our vice president, Clara Sweetland, Peyton Gary, I can't remember their roles in the moment, and Natalie Muharram. We got a good group of students that are running this club. Mhm.
Now, Hollywood is not just come dressed as a movie star or like you're coming dressed up like go
Well-
to the Academy Awards, Hollywood.
That's what we're thinking as far as decorations, but we're going to let a lot of the board members pick the stuff because we were thinking red carpet and,
Paparazzi.
stars and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we're going to decide next week on what we're going to order. And then, but we just wanted to throw it out there because last year when we had the prom, kids didn't really dress up. They just cash. So if someone wanted to get a dress and,
Yeah,
God
but,
wanted
it's,
to wear a suit.
but it's not required.
Yeah, it's not.
required.
All right. So those tickets will be on sale till
Tomorrow.
And if you're interested in going to the Best Buddies prom, get those tickets during the cafeteria lunch sales. And just remember, it's going to be at the Beacon Falls.
No, Prospect.
Prospect. I said
Prospect.
Prospect. Oh, that was where I was in my head. I was thinking Beacon Falls. Prospect Firehouse.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, giving us a little bit more information on Best Buddies and the Best Buddy prom. And if we have any journalists who are out there who are going to go take some photos, we'll get somebody dispatched.
We
as well.
appreciate that. Thank
All right.
you.
All
Thank
right.
you very much for
All
having
right.
us.
Thank you for coming on.
All right.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Welcome.
Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning. Oh, I forgot. I didn't do the rest of the day, the history stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out.
How dare you?
How dare I? Today in history, May 23rd, 1934, American bank robbers Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow were shot and killed by police officers after they ran through the country just robbing and shooting people. And today's the day in history when all that came to an end. In 1785, Benjamin Franklin revealed the design for bifocal glasses. This is the date. There's a letter dated that he revealed the design for what would later become bifocals. And that is an important thing to me now as I get older. Thank you, Ben Franklin. Today's famous birthday is Drew Carey, born in 1958. And today's day of is World Turtle Day. World Turtle Day. And it is to note that turtles and tortoises are not the same. Turtles and tortoises are not the same. Do we know what the difference between turtles and tortoises are?
Oh.
Yes, go ahead.
I think tortoises are on land for most part.
And the turtles are more of an amphibian.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it is. And so today it's just to let you know, the turtle fans, you're not tortoise fans. The history of the Lucky Penny Day. Now, no one knows where this came. There's a day called Lucky Penny Day, but no one knows how it started. How many people still have pennies or collect pennies? I remember my dad used to have a jar, a mason jar, where pennies would go into, and at the end of the year, we would go and bring them to the bank.
And get $1.
And get like $1. Yeah. I don't think they're really worth anymore today.
No, it's a penny.
It's a penny.
It's 1 cent.
It's 1 cent. I mean, it's still worth.
So I say the value
penny.
doesn't change. It's marked down there.
When I was a kid, we used to be able to go buy penny candy. When you went down there with a penny on the way to school, you went into the store, you gave them a penny, they gave you a piece of candy.
Yes. When you're walking uphill both ways in the snow to school every day, if you find that store, you can still get it. They're around.
I don't know. I don't know
The
about
candy's
that.
still made out of chalk.
Yeah,
That's-
it is. It is. Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning. I didn't turn that one down.
No, you did not. All right. Good morning. Good morning. So last night we had a hard-fought softball game for the NVL title. The girls were edged out by Watertown 1-0 on a solo home run. Whew, it's very close. We also had girls NVL tennis, and we have a member of the team, Yasmin Galal. If you could just tell us a little bit about the tournament.
Yeah, so yesterday we had 2 of our girls make all NVL,
Woo!
Bella and Abby. They are our Dubs 1 team,
All
and
right.
they made it to the second day of the individual tournament. Unfortunately, they lost in the finals, but they were runner-ups in the NVL, so that's pretty impressive. And we also had a couple girls get far in the first day. So good
Awesome.
stuff.
All
Awesome.
right.
NBAs, we have Mavs edging out the Timberwolves 108-105, and Celtics play tonight at 8 p.m. And on a personal note, our condolences out to the D'Angelo family. Jay Sr. passed away. The funeral is today. Jay Jr. was a member of our Woodland family. He played football, he was a weightlifter, and he was on the basketball team. So our thoughts and prayers for them today.
All right. And on a solid note, that's the sports with Mama Manning. Over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning, couple top stories today. First off, former President Trump is holding a rally in the South Bronx this evening. This comes as his trial continues to keep him in New York. 5 dead and at least 35 hurt. Tornado rips through Iowa. Taiwan scrambles jets and puts missiles, naval, and land units on high alert over China's military drills. This comes after the island of Taiwan swore in its new president. Russian missiles kill 6 in Ukraine's second largest city, where Moscow troops are pressing their advantage. Toronto is awarded the WNBA's first franchise outside the U.S., with expansion teams set to begin play in 2026.
Wow. That's impressive. I wonder if that's part of the Caitlin Clark effect.
Could very well be. Baseball is beginning to become a new and growing sport in Venezuela.
Whoa.
I know, I have no idea where that story came from, but there you go.
I was
Trying to make some
that's-
happy stuff come about.
That's almost came off the wrong desk.
I
I,
know.
thought it should be at the desk on the left over here.
It's big things. I mean,
Yeah.
baseball's make an edge. I mean, Venezuela is known for soccer and football, and baseball is starting
Football.
to become popular. And right hit New Caledonia. The French President Macron says the priority is a return to calm. This comes as he continues his visit of the island. Nikki Haley, former Republican candidate, or hopeful candidate for President of the United States, has announced that she will be voting for former President Trump in this November's election. And there's your news. And all over the place.
Yeah, it was bounced around a little bit today. Yeah, it's kind of fun trying to follow along there. And that's the news with Tomlin. This morning, our guests are top of the class. So if you can introduce yourselves, I'd be most appreciative.
Hi, I'm Abby Bunk. I am the salutatorian of the class of 2024.
Hi, I'm Yassine Yared, and I'm the valedictorian of the class of 2024.
Thank you for coming in. This doesn't happen by accident, does it? There's a lot of hard work that goes into this.
Definitely. I felt like you definitely had to learn how to balance your school life and outside life. Me and Yasmin are both on sports teams and involved in a lot in other activities like student government. So it's not just about the academic part. I think that it was definitely about balancing our schedules was the most important part, putting in hard work in all areas.
Yeah, I would say to build on what Abby was saying, you can't just like have it be your goal and have the only thing you dedicate yourself to be ranking top of your class. You have to have other goals outside of that.
I always ask this question. How many hours of homework a night?
It depends. My junior year with AP Biology, I had a good amount. This year, I felt like I balanced it a lot better. Hours-wise, maybe like 2 this year. Wasn't that bad.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
that bad this year.
Slacked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yasmin?
Yeah, I would say probably like 4 last year, but this year closer to 2. Even though I technically had more APs this year, I think it was just more balanced.
Now, was this a plan coming into freshman year, or was this something that once you hit senior year, you're like, I got a shot at this? And was it part of the decision of what you were doing in classes?
I felt like it became a goal of mine more of like freshman, sophomore year. I knew I was kind of in some of the harder classes and top of the class, so I worked hard towards that. And then also just a shout out to Ethan Valentino. We were 0.02 away.
Wow.
So in our QPA. So he definitely pushed me to work hard, but I always knew I'd be competing with him. Yasmin too, obviously. She was a little higher though. Oh, there he is.
And you were tied for
Yeah.
the longest time,
We were.
for 3
We were.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to just briefly explain what QPA versus GPA is for the people at home?
Yeah, sure. So QPA is your quality point average, whereas GPA is your grade point average. GPA is independent of the level of difficulty of the class, where on the other hand, QPA determines if it's an AP class, if it's an honors class, and it's weighted differently, and that's what is considered when they're calculating class ranks, not your GPA.
So the more choices of the classes you take affects your ranking as well, like what you're going to get from there.
Mhm.
What are some of the keys that you find for being able to do that work balance? Do you have some techniques that you use to make sure that you're being able to stay dedicated to your sport, to your academics, to your home life?
I would just suggest to do things that you enjoy, especially in like the classes department. Don't take hard classes if you're not going to enjoy it. So like last year I took AP Biology, even though this is one of the hardest classes here, I really enjoy biology. So I was able to like fit it into my schedule and work hard on that class still while being able to do sports and other after school activities. And definitely your freshman, sophomore year, it's not just about like the academics. I felt like those 2 years are most crucial in finding where you belong in Woodland and like what activities you want to get involved in. So it's definitely good to explore your options those years and then kind of have your schedule down for junior, senior year. I felt like.
Yeah, to build on what Abby was saying, I think you have to genuinely love what you do in school and outside of school. Me personally, on a typical day, I get home at 10 p.m. from all my activities, and then I start my work. So I think you have to genuinely enjoy those classes in order to be able to go home and like do that work, or to even be able to do those activities all day.
And may I add, you're always smiling, the two of you.
Yeah.
Future plans.
I'm going to be attending the University of Florida for biomedical engineering and in the honors program. After college, I will either get my master's in engineering or in management, and I want to go into the medical device fields and kind of work with any type of medical device. I'm not sure yet, but kind of like in that surgical setting.
I'm not strong enough to do medicine, but I'm planning to pursue a double concentration in computer science and government at Harvard. And then after graduating, I'm planning to get my master's in either something related to computer science, or I plan to go to business school and pursue fintech.
Wow. Now, with this, you also have to give a speech, correct?
Yep.
Have you started working on that yet?
A little bit. I know what I want to write about. I just have to start my rough drafts, work with Mama on that one a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I know what I want to write about. I feel like Fred inspired me a lot. I've been talking to him a lot these last.
You don't have to give anything away. We're just asking if you're
I'm
going to
not.
say.
I'm just giving a shout out to Fred.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as Abby. I started doing some brainstorming. We've talked about our ideas when we get a little bored in class and we're next to each other. So that's kind of where we're both at.
No, what's one of your most memorable experiences you had here at Woodland, knowing that it's coming to a close in a couple weeks?
I would say definitely the Spirit Weeks, all the different activities we do during that, and being a part of student government for Spirit Week is definitely a different experience. We kind of get the behind the scenes. Setting up and cleaning up homecoming is really important, and it's not just even just like a chore. We kind of just like all rally together at the end. So I feel like that was memorable, kind of seeing that group of students get together for that. And then on the other side of student government, as being vice president for Spirit Week and setting up the hallways and planning for that is definitely a lot of work, especially this year for seniors. We wanted to go all out. So that was memorable, definitely.
I would say mine was also related to student government. It was Lights Camera Lead at last year's statewide convention. We were the host school for Connecticut Association of Student Councils for the annual convention that invites all the student councils and governments in the state. And I got to serve as president, and that meant that Woodland got to host. So that was really fun seeing everyone come and just be a student government nerd at Woodlands. I couldn't go this year because I was away, but it was still really fun.
You were away. And what were you doing when you were away?
I was meeting with President Biden and Supreme Court Justice Kagan.
All right.
No big deal.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason to be
She's a
away.
big deal.
Yeah.
And she's very young.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in. Give us a little bit of insight what it takes to get to the top of the class. Congratulations, and be looking forward to your speeches. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
And on behalf of the show, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.